Hi there, Stampers. It's Lisa with Queen Bee Creations. Welcome to our Monday Live, where we're going to be learning a new fun fold, playing with a new stamp set from the January to April mini catalog from Stampin' Up. We're going to be playing with Legendary Ride, and it's a motorcycle set, and we're going to do this really cool fun fold. So welcome, everyone. I am so glad to see you here. Hi, Donna. Can you do Prize Patrol one more time for me and do it without the space? She's entering hashtag Prize Patrol because that's how you get into the drawing for winning today's card. And you just type that in with no spaces, just hashtag Prize Patrol, all one word. And I've got a computer over on the side catching all of that for me and entering you all in a drawing, which we will do at the end of this live. So let's bring you down to my desk, which I haven't set up. I started doing that and then I got miscombobulated. I apologize. I've been working on paper shares and getting those out, and then also my class for the Sweet Songbird that we're doing. It's an online class, stamp event, stamp camp that's going to be January 28th, and I'm just about to get that all out the door. And then I want all of you to join me on Facebook for an online party as a reverse birthday party for me that's going to be February 3rd. So hopefully you have that marked on your calendar. It was in my Facebook page. I created an event. Sorry, I'm getting on my phone to get the other camera for my desk. But you'll want to be joining me over there because that's going to be my birthday, but we're giving you the prizes. So that's going to be fun. I don't know how I forgot to set this up. I forget lots of things, but this usually isn't one of them. Okay, so enter studio. Volume. Yike doodles. Let's turn it that direction. Get us all squared away because you want to see the desk, right? You want to be able to see the project we're making. That's like all why you're here. So there's my desk. Let's give it a little more light. And who thinks it's a really cool idea that they have now started naming the stamp set and the dies with the same name? Isn't that cool? That's something they started with our new catalog. Makes things much easier to match up. And these dies are really fun because we can create a motorcycle either by stamping it and then cutting it out, or we can just build all the pieces and create our own motorcycle, which is what we're going to be doing today. And then it's also got some really fun stamps to go with it. It's great for all those men in your life that like motorcycles and such. But there's also the idea that we can do this, in other colors. So we're going to be working with Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay for Thursday's card to do that motorcycle. And then here's what it looks like in pink if we stamp and then die cut it out. So if you like all of these things, I'm working on a tutorial that I'm just finishing up that is going to be 6 cards all using this bundle that will be for sale on my website. So in order to make this fold, I'm starting out with a piece of cardstock that is 11 inches by 4 1/4. And then I'm going to score it at 2 3/4, 5 1/2. And then we're going over 2 3/4 again. And we're only scoring kind of like halfway down there and up this direction. So you see I got that a little bit off because I was working with another template that somebody else had demoed. And there's, I don't know, it didn't work for me right. So I don't know what the deal was, but it didn't, oh, I see. It wasn't 5.5. So anyway, I wanted it to be regular size. And so I just kind of finagled the measurements so that we could get it at the size that's going to fit our envelopes. Oh, that sounds really fun, Donna. Donna says her and her husband took a motorcycle trip from Ohio to Alaska. How fun. So I bet you love this stamp set. Is this something you've already purchased or is on your wish list? Okay, so I'm going to go to two and 3/4, then becomes 8 1/4. So we're going to go from 2 3/4 to 8 1/4. Sorry, I'm just measuring this over 1.5. So I'm going to come over 1.5, and we're going to go from 2 3/4 on my trimmer here. So I don't know if you can see, but what I did is I took my little line on the side here and I aligned it with 2 3/4 on the trimmer. Right, there we go. And I'm going to go up to 8 1/4 up here. Okay, so that's just going to be my cut at the bottom across here. Now I want to go 5, I'm going to score at 5.5 all the way across because that's just going to be the middle of our card. But I want this one to come forward and then this one to go back. So I want to find the middle. So I can either, I'm going to put my score line here at 2 3/4, or I could have flipped it upside down so that my edge was at 2 3/4. But the idea is that I want to score above that, but not below it. So does that make sense? That I'm just scoring at the 2 3/4 down to that cut line we made. And then I'm going to come over here and we're going to go at 2 3/4 again. And this time, rather than scoring on the top, I'm scoring at the bottom. So that's the hardest part of this entire card. Because that's what's going to do our little bends that are going to bend it in opposite directions. Is everybody following me? Let me know if anybody has any questions at this point. This is not written right now unless you buy the tutorial. Or if you're one of my customers, I send it to you for free as a perk for being one of my purchasing customers. But the tutorials will be for sale on my website. It will be 6 of them. This and the slide lock card, the flip we're going to do on Thursday, and 3 others. And that should be up on my website by tomorrow. I'm almost done with it. So now we need the layers that are going to go on top of it. So since we know that this was the 2 3/4, this is 2 3/4, this is 2 3/4, this is 2 3/4, right? It's the 4 sections. So everything I'm cutting is all going to be 2 3/4, or actually just down from that. So 2 5/8, 2 5/8, and then 2 1/2 are going to be the sizes of my pieces that go in there. So I'm going to bring in some basic black. And so just under 2 3/4 is going to be 2 5/8. Right? That's what we decided is going to be the width for all of these. And then the first one's going to be 4 1/8 tall, as well as the last one. So there's 4 1/8. Another one, 2 5/8. Four 1/8. Okay, so that's going to be those two. Now this section down here, we had said that that was 1 1/2. Remember? So just a little bit smaller than 1 1/2 is going to be 1 3/8. So I still want this width, which was the 2 5/8, but then I'm going to do 1 3/8 for that piece on the bottom. Then the piece on top, because this was 1 1/2 out of 4 1/4, we're left with 2 3/4. So these are easy. These are going to be square of 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. Okay, so all I did was I have our, scored card, which I said was the only part that's going to be difficult. And then I just made a layer to go on top. Now for this one and this one, I'm going to be using, the Designer Series paper. So I have that over here. This is our Ready to Ride Designer Series paper pack that I have over here. So it's full of fun designs. And on this side, it's kind of a shiny look to it. I don't know if you can catch that reflection. And on the other side, it's matte. So you have your choice of either these shiny designs or the matte on the other side. So this was one of the ones I wanted. No, I had wrenches. I suppose we could do it in anything, but I was using wrenches and this one here. See, and these motorcycles, one of them gets cut out with the die as well. So you can take from the die set and just lay it on the Designer Series paper and it will cut it out. I love it when they do that. I forget which one does it, but one of them does. I think this one. Can you see that contrast? Here's my die right here, cutting out that piece. Okay, so I want this one. And then the back of the wrench is that. Okay, so those two. And then on the other piece, I'm going to do silver. And we're going to dry emboss that with the coordinating metal plate 3D embossing folder. So all of these go together very well because they're all part of a suite. So in the catalog, Stampin' Up! Has given you one item number and one price that will buy you everything. It will get you the stamp set, the dies, the embossing folder, the embellishments, and the paper that goes together. So by buying it as a suite, you have everything you need to coordinate it all together and make some awesome cards. So this was 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. So we're going to do 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. Go on top of it. So that will fit right there. And then again, 2 3/8 is going to be the right width. But then this one, it was 4 1/8, so we're going to go 3 7/8. So that will go right there. And I'm just doing the border a little wider this time. It probably doesn't matter. It just depends on if you like the thin border or the wide border. But this, I'm going down 1/4 of an inch this time. Last time I went down 1/8 of an inch. There's that one there. So again, like we did this one, this is going to be 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. And then we're just down to these pieces down here. So it was 1 1/2. And we came down and went 1 3/8. So this is going to be 1/4 less than that. So 1 1/8. By 2 3/8. Okay, so this is all we need to get our base card together. So we can go ahead and assemble that. And I don't need to worry about any of the black mats or my designer series paper since there's no stamping. We can go ahead and get those on right away. So what's everybody's favorite thing been out of the new mini catalog so far? Do you guys have a favorite, or is there something that you had to have right away and you've been playing with and come up with something fun? I love to see what everybody likes. Usually what I pick out isn't what the bulk of everybody goes for. Country Floral. See, that's one I didn't get. I've seen lots of people think that that one's really awesome. The milkshake I got, that wasn't something when I first looked through the catalog, it wasn't like majorly on my list, but I needed something Valentine's Day. And that's what I ended up going with. because I knew I could use it for Valentine's Day, and then I could turn around and use it for birthdays after I was done. And I usually like to pick something that I can do major holiday, but then also regular cards too, so that I get more use out of it. Ooh, come on. So that's the issue with the teeny tiny borders, is you need that wiggle time to get it straight. That's why I'm using the liquid glue. Okay, two-tone Flora. Again, that was one I looked at. I thought it was really pretty. It reminded me of another stamp set we'd had in the past. I think it was called Stippled Blossoms. And I was talking with Laura, who is the demo from Canada that I do my online events with. And we have decided that's the online event that we're going to do in March. So if you want to join us for one of our online stamp camp retreat things, we're going to be using the two-tone Flora as our featured bundle for the next online class. Okay, these two I have not adhered yet because I want to do some stamping, and we always stamp before adhering in case there's a boo-boo. And then these ones I wanted to dry emboss. So because it's a folder, it's not going to fit in my little mini boho glue machine. So I'm going to bring in my larger machine so we can come up a little. You can kind of see what I'm doing, sort of. Focus. Okay, so I'm bringing in my metal plate, and then I want those two little pieces, which I probably just buried. Where did I set them? There we go. And I need my sandwich. So for this one, we're using plate 1, then our folder, and then plate 4. And if you ever forget that, it's written right there on the top of the plates. Donna says you're trying to learn more about demonstrating. Does that mean you're a hobby demo? A lot of people will sign up for the kit just because they want to buy for themselves at a discount. And we call that a hobby demo. Yeah, if you're interested in getting that discount for yourself, by signing up right now, there's the awesome deal of getting $175 worth of product for just $99. And it's product that you pick out. You decide what it is that you want, and then you get the discount through the end of July at a minimum. Yeah, my choice of paper for this is just based on the suite. Okay, so for these ones, we're going to do some stamping. So let's go ahead and do that. I had this one will stamp on scrap. And we want this one, this, and this. And I talked about that boho mini machine. That's another reason to sign up now is the boho blue mini machine is only available as a demo as part of that kit. We were able to order it as a pre-order so we could show it to you guys, but regular demos in the future, they're saying, are not going to be able to purchase it. It's a special color because they're showing us a tease of a new in color that will be in the annual catalog. Lots of hobby demos, see? It's a great way to get the discount. And then some people, you know, like I think it was Donna was saying that, you know, you sign up for the discount, but then maybe you start selling to a few people because you want to support your hobby. And it's also fun to share it with others. Okay, the $175 worth of product for 99, or if you wanted to add on that little mini machine, then you pay 129. So you're getting the little boho mini machine for $30. Whereas if you were to buy the white one out of the catalog, it's you can also choose the white if you want, but they're I think 63. So you get a really good discount on the mini machine and you still get your $175 worth of product for the 99. So you're depending on whether you want the machine, it's either 99 or 129. Beth, have you looked on the website? I know they're starting to give us some more training on the demonstrator website. There's a new class that Stampin' Up is coming out with called the Pathed Bronze Elite, where they're showing you how to start inviting people to classes and having little parties and sharing with your friends. And there's some good training up there. And I mean, hopefully you have an upline that's helpful too. I've always told my downline if they ever wanted any help, I'm absolutely here to help them get set up actually selling to other people if that's what they wish. Alrighty, so I think, yeah, that's all the stamping. I'm going to do a little bit of the smoky slate under here because I didn't want the motorcycle to look like it was floating. So I'm just going to come in with some smoky slate Stampin' Blend and just give that a little bit of roadway to be sitting on. See, so now you can see the definite difference between the 1/8 inch border and the 1/4 inch border. I'm just digging into my scrap bins here. I use these Pendaflex folders. I'm finding little scraps that I can fussy cut. So for this one, I just cut straight across the bottom and then straight up on the sides. Then there's a bit of an arch to the words. So I'm just trying to keep an even border as I roll across. Then I'm going to glue this to basic gray. Hey, look, if I do it this way, I won't have to cut the sides. I can just do the top. See, so that's just giving it a little bit of a pop by putting some color behind it. And then to pop it even more, I'm going to go ahead and put it on with Stampin' Dimensionals, which are our little foam dots that will give it a little bit of a lift, which just gives it some more interest. And this sheet I'm just about done with, so I save the edges and use those as well because we want our supplies to go as far as possible, of course. Then we're down to the motorcycle. Who's excited to get moving on that motorcycle and see how that all goes together? Okay, I see people asking about something. My upline isn't really involved. They're all just crafters, even my upline. You can switch uplines. What you would need to do is drop and then be inactive for 90 days. Then you can re-sign up. That's kind of a bummer with switching uplines. That's why it's kind of a good idea to vet people before you sign up under them. I was a victim of that myself. But if you decide to sign up and then you just don't have enough business, can't keep active, those sorts of things, and you drop, you can actually sign up immediately again under the same upline. So if you do like your upline, you don't have to wait the 90 days, but it's a 90 days in order to switch. Okay, so there's that. Now we're ready for the motorcycle. So I'm going to bring in those dies, and they are kind of intricate. And with intricate dies, I like to use there they go. They're here. I like to use adhesive sheets because it just makes everything to go together so much easier. So I'm going to start out with the outline because obviously the one that we're building is going to be the larger motorcycle. That's why this fits into there. It doesn't fit into the little one. This only cuts out the stamped image. Oops, off camera. The little die cuts out this little motorcycle. So we're not going to use that one. But I want the base that we're going to be building it on. because we're just going to cut out a piece of basic black that's going to be the backing. And we could even do another color, but because we could do that in, gray maybe, and do this in orange. You can mix up your colors. I had that green one here. This one is what it looks like on gray. And it kind of makes the tires pop a little more, which I kind of like. Because the tires are built on, there's the wheel, and then there's the tire. So this tire will go on top of the wheel. This piece here, this cuts out these are rocks with some weeds and a little dirt. So if you wanted to cut that out, that's what that goes to. This is the wrench. So that one goes there. We're not going to use that. We have 2 wheels, 2 tires. That makes things easy. We have the flame in 2 parts. And then we have 2 fenders. And the seat. And then this is the motor parts, I guess. And I did not use it on this one, but you could die cut this and place it behind, and it's just more parts and pieces back in there. One of my other examples, I did use it, but it's not on my desk. I apologize. Yeah, losing all the credits built up, that's a bummer too. Definitely. That's why I'm still with my upline. Okay, I had silver. There we go. There's some silver. And I put adhesive on the back of this already, but because the back is white and the adhesive is white, I just wrote that on there so that I know, because otherwise you might forget that there's adhesive on part of that and use it on something that doesn't need adhesive. Alrighty. So let's get busy cutting out all these little parts. So I know that I want the motorcycle and my wheels to be out of the silver. And I'm going to come back and do it through the rollers twice so that I get through the silver and the foil. I want to make sure that it cut all the way through, and that one did. Okay, and here's some gray. And this is going to be for the fenders and the seat. Come on. And then I'm going to do the wheels out of black. So this is our adhesive sheets. They come in sheets that are 6" by 12". And I usually cut them down to fit. And then there's 3 strips on the back. So there's this little part that lifts. And this did not take sticky with it. This is just waxy. So this is super sticky. And I'm going to set that down against my cardstock. And that's all there is to that. And then we're ready to run it through the machine and cut it. And I'm going to cut this smaller so that I can run them through at the same time. Yep, come on. Then we're down to just the flame, and I did the flame in 2 colors. I used pumpkin pie and then daffodil delight. No barking, you guys. So that's going to go on there and this one on here. Okay, that should give us all of our pieces. Now all we have to do is assemble, and that adhesive sheet being on all the cardstock is going to make this really easy to put together. Oh, we didn't cut the base. Let me go ahead and do that. Now that one I do not want sticky on because it's going to stick over the top, and I don't want that part. I don't want this to be sticky. So that will get glued, but it's a big piece, so that will be fine. So we need this one. And I'm going to cut it out of both. And these dies may look little and thin, I guess, on the back, but they will cut through 2 pieces of cardstock. So we can try it on there and see which one we like better. Okay. There's that part. come on. So that's on gray and that's on black. Again, I think what's going to throw us is the seats, because if the seats are gray on gray, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so there's a wheel. And then the tire. And I'm using our Take Your Pick tool. I highly recommend you have one of these. They are super useful. There's a little die brush attachment that you can choose to add onto it as well, but mine's over there on the other table. We use it in class, and so it's over with my other die cutting machine. But the little holes in the back of the dies make it easy to pop these things out. Almost there, almost there. They do not offer stuff on how the die sets work. That's kind of our job as demonstrators, is to show you guys how all the product works. That's why you need a demonstrator, so they can teach you all these things. And even as demonstrators, they don't really give us a whole lot of information. Some of this I know just because I've been doing this. I was actually a demo for the first time back in the 90s. So I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator off and on for a very long time. I won't say how long because that'll start aging me and that'll get depressing, but long time. All right, now if we build this on here, I want to know if our seat is going to disappear. Okay, so the seat took me a little while. I had to realize that the little U goes up. That's what makes this line up properly. Slip sliding away. So I don't know. What do you think? Is it getting lost on there? What other color could we do the seat in to make it pop a little more? We can do orange, but the flame out the back is orange. So should we do it on gray and pick a different set of seats and fenders? Leave them gray. Do it on the black. What's everybody's thoughts? Ooh, a DSP, that's an idea. Red, that's possible, yeah. Silver we wouldn't have to do with the fenders because the fenders are already silver. Could do them in brown. They'd be like a brown leather. Okay, here's red. Okay, now there's two fenders, and you'll notice there's kind of an indentation where it embossed. One of the fenders it embosses in the front, and one of the fenders it embosses in the back. And that coordinates with how it does it on here. This is on the front, and this is on the back. So that's how I knew which one goes on which. And because the fenders just line up right over the top, I'm just peeling off the backing and setting that on there. Got a little bit of adhesive on there. It needs the adhesive remover. Don't know where that came from. Yeah, doing the suede technique would look very cool. I haven't done that one in a while. That was something that was around a long time ago. It's funny how some of these things, like, you know, they show up and disappear and show up and disappear. I saw somebody doing the shaving cream technique the other day. That was really big for a while, and then it kind of disappeared. Yeah, I think that's going to look good. Okay, so this part, seat. So I put the seat and the wheels on before I put the body over it. My husband must be home because my dog is over there in the drawer trying to get the treats. She knows when Dad gets home, she gets a new treat. Sophie, no bark. I have the treats in kind of a low drawer, and it's kind of funny because she's figured out where they are and she can open the drawer by herself. And so she's been helping herself to treats. So I have to make sure that I have the bag closed, like sealed, the Ziploc part, or she'll just get into it all on her own. But we have taught her when she does do that, that she shares. So she pulls out one for her sister and then one for her. So it's kind of cute. I've actually caught it on video camera, so I'm going to make a reel out of it because it's just too cute. Got a little bit of a seam in my... adhesive sheet. Okay. So I poked out most of the little inside pieces. But if we didn't, a lot of times they will stick to the adhesive sheet and they go with that. I was looking for, okay. We have the option of, now that we are on gray instead of black, we could have done the parts behind there in black. Or do you think it takes away too much of the gray? I should have tried it before I took the sticky off. Let's see, that's the focus. That's the part that would go right in here. I guess the seat would have gone over it. Yeah, it goes up a little. So yeah, we would have had to put the seat on afterwards. So that's a no-go. But that's how that goes. It's how you would mount it up, is you watching the gas tank is the easiest thing for me to line up. You see that? See, so when you were to put this onto here, you would align that shape of the gas tank on there. But since the seat's already on there, I don't know if it'll come off. Ooh, it might. Ooh, maybe we got lucky. Let's see this. Okay. And then the seat fits in there's a little like indentation. And that sets right in there. And then this is going to go right over the top. So again, like I said, that gas tank lines up. And then it should make the other stuff kind of drop into place. With the headlamp there. There. I like it. What do you think? So then all we have to do is adhere it to our card. So because the handlebars stick over the top, I want to make sure that all my adhesive is down on the bottom. And then I'm aligning it with the bottom of the card and the flame. And there we go. I like it. Maybe I should have made this red, but I like it. trying to figure out where I stuck the gems. These are the pieces that come in the packet of embellishments that go with this bundle. Now, I will say they're a little thick. I don't know if I can get it to show you. So they may have a tendency to need something over the top of them to go through the mail, or they might poke a hole in the envelope. Maybe these ones not so much because they're smoother on top, but the round ones kind of have a point on the top because I think they're trying to look like rivets. So they are a little on the thick side. And my husband does that laser engraving, and he does a lot of tumblers. And one of the things he has left over is the tumblers initially come in these bags. They're like for dishes. They're really thin, lightweight foam. And these are great to cut down to the size of your card and put inside the envelope because it doesn't weigh anything, but it gives just enough little cushion that it helps it to go through the mail without piercing your envelope. So just a thought. Let's use the same packet of gems, but do something different. Come on. Come on, give. Oh, well, not quite straight, but you get the idea. I just wanted a little something as an accent. I'll finagle those and make them straight when I get off of the camera, but that's today's card. And you want to come back on Thursday because on Thursday we are going to be making this other card. Like I said, we're going to play around with some different colors. And I think this would be really pretty. This is done with Bermuda Bay and Coastal Cabana. I think if you did Melon Mambo and Polished Pink, this could make a great girls card. But we will make this one on Thursday. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully everybody has popped in the hashtag Prize Patrol so that you are entered into the drawing to get today's card. And then you can let me know if you want the gray or the red version. I will mail you either one. Share my screen over there. There's that. We have 18 people entered, so let's see who wins. So there we go. Lori is our winner. Congratulations, Lori. Go ahead and go to my website. You're going to go to queenbeecreations.net. And then up in the address bar, you're going to add the / and Prize Patrol to the end of that. And it'll pop up a Google form where you can go in there and claim your prize and let me know which one you want. So thank you, everyone, for being here. As always, I appreciate your love and support, and I will see you on Thursday. Thanks. Bye.